When Disney bought Fox, they also got access to a bunch of different franchises, including franchises that are generally pretty male-dominated in terms of the fan base. And one of those was Predator. And now we're seeing in theaters Predator Badlands, which is 100% the epitome of a Disney-fied Predator brand. That's what this is. And right now you see the media praising its performance at the box office with a $40 million opening, $80 million worldwide, the biggest Predator opening in history. Of course, there's a little bit more to these headlines when you actually look at it. Yeah, you know what? $40 million in 2025 and like one of the worst months we've ever seen might sound pretty impressive in the overall grand scheme of things. Not 100% the case. In fact, these numbers are essentially the exact equivalent of what Alien vs. Predator did over 20 years ago, right? That movie opened to, let's go down, $38 million without adjusting for inflation and went on to make $172 million. Bad news for Disney. If Predator Badlands does similar numbers to that, they're going to lose a fuck ton of money. This costs over $100 million just to make. But this is not a video specifically about the box office results. I saw the movie and I thought it was okay. I thought it was an okay movie. Definitely a soft version, a Disney-fied version, but it is not a Predator movie. I don't think that making the Predator into your fucking hero and sympathetic and getting in touch with his emotions and being taught how to do these things by a fucking woman, a female synth, I don't think that's what most people are going to a Predator movie for. So the idea is pretty generic and something we've seen a lot in terms of a coming of age story and proving yourself to your family and your people and all of that. I don't know if this is the right place for it in a Predator movie, but some people, especially in the media, are desperate to see anything that they can project their own identities onto in anything that they watch. And that includes Predator. Now, this review right here by Richard Lawson is catching some people's eyes. Predator Badlands review. Elle Fanning is a lovable robot BFF to the sweetest Predator yet in a deft, disarmingly kind-hearted franchise entry. This is kind of what I mean when I say that I don't know if Predator fans, if this is really the movie that you're looking for. Because although those aren't the words that I would have used, that's what they're going for. That was the intent of this movie. I found Elle Fanning's synth character to be extremely annoying throughout the first half of this entire movie. I think it got better towards the end, but I find the tone really off-putting through most of it. Who knows how everyone will feel about it when they see it. But Richard Lawson's review, I want to read this out to you because there are some people, especially activists, who are so desperate to see anything that they can read into things, anything they can project their own identity onto into every fucking movie that they watch. And what they want is a gay Predator, which may be a little ironic when you think about it. In the new film Predator Badlands, a young Predator monster, Deck, is bullied by his domineering father for being too small and weak, and learns important lessons about the value of sensitivity, meets two feisty women, one a robot, the other an alien, who will become his besties for life. He might as well audition for the school musical or move to New York City at the end. That's the joke a friend and I made as we walked out of Dan Trachtenberg's surprisingly soft-hearted addition to the Predator canon, a movie that pushes its franchise mythology in a decidedly sweet direction. Some viewers might miss the macho brutality of Predator's past, but Deck's adventures in self-confidence and chosen family may well satisfy plenty of others. This Predator is queer, and we should say it. This Predator is queer, and we should say it. I watched this movie. There is nothing, not a single fucking thing that would remotely point to the idea that this is a gay Predator. Romance, not on the cards in any way, shape, or form. This is about proving himself to his family and stuff. So unless you're saying that if someone is kind of smaller and weaker and their family makes fun of them, that means that they're fucking gay, and not just gay like gay loser, like gay like you're a homosexual. That's what we're seeing from this. That's what we're seeing from this fucking review. And yes, Richard Lawson is gay. He's gay. He's out. So it's not like I'm putting something on him that he's not talking about himself. But this is such a It's a fucking problem with critics. It's a problem with activists. It's a problem with the way so many people consume so much fucking content. They cannot help, regardless of what the intention of the media is. And especially when it comes to the gay community, they're desperately looking for anyone that they can pretend is gay or trans or somehow represents them because they desperately need it. They desperately need that fucking validation for some reason. Maybe they don't feel comfortable with themselves. Maybe that's why they need to pretend that they're seeing something on screen to validate themselves. But there's nothing in this fucking movie that indicates that the Predator is homosexual. On the same token, you have women like Grace Randolph, who feels there was a romance element between the synth and the Predator, of which there was none, of which there was not. It was totally a friendship thing. But here it is. It's blowing my mind that anyone has a problem with the potential romance between a Predator and a synthetic, when not one Marvel fan complained about Wanda and Vision in the comics or the movies. But then again, it wasn't popular to be a hater then. And then she gets mad because the incel brigade coming out in full force because they're upset he has a girlfriend. There's nothing in this movie that's like that. I don't know this phenomenon that we have, and maybe it's always been around. Maybe social media has just pushed it to the top, of people that so desperately need to project themselves onto all the fucking content that they watch. But that's where we are. And that's truly what a lot of activists and people in the media want. They want everything to be gay. They want everything to fucking represent them. They're desperate for it, to the point where this is your review. Maybe a little tongue-in-cheek when it comes to that, but this is your review. Overall, I thought that Predator Badlands, if you take it as a not Predator movie, I thought it was like, okay, a little bit. Yeah, I've seen this same kind of thing. You could put this in a bunch of different places, and I've seen this kind of theme before, whatever. Didn't do really anything special for me. CGI was a little wonky. It was okay. Like the movie itself. As a Predator movie, I don't understand why you would want to do this. I don't know why you would want to PG-13 and soften the fucking Predator and make the Predator your sympathetic fucking hero in this. I don't understand it, because I don't know what you do with the rest of the fucking franchise now. But that's a Disney thing. We've seen Disney do it time and time again. We've seen them fuck up so many franchises. And here we are with Predator Badlands.